Over. Hey, what's up guys, it's Mac. Beautiful day today here in Maine. Approaching late April. Got tons of stuff going on at the house right now, so I figured today would be a good opportunity to kind of try giving you a little tour of what we got going on, and take you around and kind of just follow along with what I'm doing today. Just got the day off and figured I'd put it to use. Very busy time of year. Lots of stuff going on, plenty to do today, so let's get going. Alright, so this is our little enclosed garden area. We got all raised beds. I built it last year. We kind of went all out. We knew we wanted to garden. And this area in our yard gets a ton of sun, so we built I got raised beds, kind of a cool design. Just all out of wood, completely fenced in. So this is 24 wide by 30 feet long. And it's got perimeter beds all around. With some middle beds inside. So right now I'm just looking, so I put peas in the ground early. I took a risk this year and I put them in right after St. Patrick's Day, and they're looking great. These are sugar snap variety, which is our favorite little garden treat. We're always usually munching on it in the summertime while we're out here, kind of checking on crops, watering the crops, stuff like that, and the kids love it. Makes for a great little snack. So yeah, that's the peas. So this is pretty exciting. I'm excited about this. This is down in the northeast corner of our little cottage garden, our little garden bed area. And this is garlic, actually. So we planted this last fall. We've never tried garlic, but we eat a ton of it. I use garlic in like almost everything I cook. So does my wife. She's Italian, so we go through our fair share of garlic. Last year we had a real tough time finding local garlic seed, organic seed around here. From what I read, you don't a lot of times want to just buy it in the store and plant the garlic cloves right in. Could have had pesticides and stuff. A lot of it comes from China, stuff like that. So your best bet is to try to find someone who sells local garlic seed. We found a place right down the road from us, Orange Circle Farm. Great little farm. They have awesome stuff, little CSA farm, and they're expanding, and so far so good. Everything that we've gotten from them has been great. But we got the last of the garlic seed they had last year, and it was only 1 pound. That was the last pound they had. We thought it was going to take us pretty far, but 1 pound of garlic, as you can see, that's pretty much it right there. One little corner of our bed. It's fine, we'll make it do. But this is pretty exciting. We're in late April. It's going strong from what I can understand. Like I said, I've never planted garlic before, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so this is pretty exciting. This is that little corner. So actually, this is like right next to this is where we're gonna plant some beets. So let's get on that. So this is actually what I do for keeping my seeds, storing my seeds. I have this little thing. super handy. I got it right on Amazon. I'll try to drop a link down below for you guys if you're interested in picking one up. Who knows, maybe I'll even be on my affiliate marketing game by then. We'll see. High hopes here. But so yeah, pretty much this is what it is. It's these cool little containers. They come with miniature little ones inside, and I just kind of write different seeds. I got a few of these things inside, so this is like, you know, for some of these categories, some of the vegetables I'm growing. And so they have these little containers inside. Things are sweet. I love them. It keeps everything organized. I'm kind of a organizational freak. But yeah, so like I said, I can grab my container out. I got my beets. You can store all the different types of beets you got right in there. Today I'm going to be sowing some Detroit dark reds. I don't really know anything about this specific variety or anything. I'm not really a huge beet person myself, but I think, you know, they're growing on me a little bit. It's funny what started this whole thing about planting some beets today. Last night, my wife and I grabbed some veggie burgers from a little local place down the road called Riverside Farm, and they have awesome food there, like pre-made food, as well as veggies, as well as seedling starts and flowers, tons of flowers, and it's a great little place. We go there all the time. But we had these veggie burgers. They were a beet and pineapple veggie burger, and man, were they good. So my wife was like, I want to make some beet veggie burgers. So do we have beets in the ground yet? And I was like, no, we don't, but I'm gonna plant some tomorrow. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So I got my seeds right here, my handy dandy little storage container. Let's get rolling and plant these things. All right, so like I said, this is where we're gonna plant our beets. So we tried to grow beets last year. That was our first year ever trying. We're just trying a lot of new stuff every year. Last year was our first time trying to grow beets. Not super successful. We got a small little harvest out of it. But you know, also first year putting soil in some raised beds, you know, I find that it needs a little bit of time to settle out. So settled out. It's been covered all winter. You know, added organic matter. So we're hoping this year will be a little bit more successful. I've been huge for the last, you know, decade or so experimenting with my little gardens I've had. Nothing ever too big, but on companion planting, I've seen some pretty good results with it. You can tend to fit a little bit more crops in your grow space here if you put crops that like each other and kind of have some mutual benefits with each other. So that's why I chose this little area next to the garlic. Beets actually love anything in the allium family: garlic, onions, leeks. They also like to grow next to the cabbage family type stuff, so kale, cabbage, beans they like to grow next to, but I probably won't do any beans over here because then the beans don't jive too well with the garlic. So cool little things to think about. I've been really into it for a couple years now, and it's good. It, you know, keeps me busy during the winter trying to plan my garden out and see, you know, what's going to be friends with what in the garden the next year, you know. So that's why I chose this space for my beets. So I actually have seeds left over from last year, so I'll probably plant them a little heavy in the locations just in case they don't germinate very well, with being a year old on the seeds now. But first things first, I'm going to take a little broad fork to this area. It's been sitting covered all winter. Broad fork will help kind of just air it out. I've been using it in my beds this year, and it seems to do the trick. Alright, so as you can see, like I said, I just put like a little, maybe ½ inch, 1 inch layer of compost on top of where I'm going to plant these things. I'm going to do them in the front row here because I'm probably going to companion plant it with some kale or something in the back. I got some kale started inside right now that I'll probably be transplanting soon enough. So I think this is where I'm going to put it in the garden, at least the dwarf blue curly variety that I got inside. I might do some more kale elsewhere in the garden, but so like I said, I got some mushroom compost. I just put a nice 1-inch layer maybe on top, and what I like to do with beets is just kind of, you know, I grab whatever I have. This thing works pretty handy. I keep it in the garden with me, and I'll just do a couple little rows. They like about, you know, 4-inch spacing is what's recommended. So I'll kind of stagger mine and do 2 little rows about 4 inches apart. You can plant them relatively close together. The thing about a crop like beets, so a lot of times a beet seed, a single beet seed will actually grow a little like a heart of beets, so like a cluster of beets. So you get like 3 or 4 beets typically out of one seed, and they're fine growing together. You know, if they're too close, you'll get smaller beets, but you should still be fine. So like I'm doing here, I just dig a little. They don't need too deep a spacing, maybe about 1 inch or so, and then this is gonna compact a little bit once I water it anyway. So we'll just get them in the ground here, and I kind of do everything in this garden. I tend to try to do in like the kind of triangle pattern, and it tends to, you can get more crops. So like I said, I got these beet seeds. They're a year old now. I'm gonna plant whatever I have left, and I'm pretty much just gonna drop them in, and I'll try to, like I said, stagger a little bit. And like I said, my plan right now is I'm gonna do some kale behind it. Ooh, look at this guy right here. See, I told you this year I'm gonna have a lot more diversity in my soil. So already, look at the size of that guy. These things are all in my beds this year, which I'm stoked about. Every time I dig through, I'm finding these. So let that guy find his little home. Aerate my soil, add some vermicompost in there naturally. Got my beets now in the ground right next to my garlic. I'll put my kale behind. We got a little trifecta of companion planting going on here. Just gonna kind of tamp that down a little bit, not too much. And I'll give it a good soak. And we'll call that good. Well, what better way to wrap it up than by grabbing a couple eggs. So, hey, thanks for watching. I hope you liked it. Maybe even learned something. That'd be cool. If you did, it'd be much appreciated if you could drop a like and even subscribe. But until next time, later.